No, Timmy. Timmy, do not try to become an aspirant. Do not take the trials, Timmy. They'll put you in a coffin, Timmy. Timmy. Balls.
You wake up to your mother singing. She does this every morning, some old ballad song about water and hope. Your father is teaching you how to shoot. He's been at it for months now, showing you how to check rad sensors, spot the dust storms that roll across balls secundus, make a kill shot count. You're not very good at it yet, miss more than you hit. Your mother doesn't like the shooting lessons, wants you learning the water purifiers instead, keeping people alive rather than learning to kill. They argue about it sometimes. Not today. Today's quiet, normal. Your father's running perimeter checks with the other settlers. Your mother's maintaining the wells. You're supposed to be helping her. Instead, you're still half asleep when the shooting starts. The raiders come at dawn, 12 of them. Your settlement has water, actual drinkable water, which makes it a target. Your father's already shouting for families to reach the caves. He tells you to run. You grab your rifle instead, the one he's been teaching you to use. You reach the perimeter and see a raider 20 meters out. Easy shot. Your father has made you practice it 100 times on the range. You miss. The raider doesn't. Your father takes the round meant for you. You're on the ground, rifle in your hands. Hands won't stop shaking. Your mother appears, grabs you, tries to drag you toward the
Okay, why is this the plot of Kingdom Come? Spoilers.
caves. Two raiders cut her off halfway to the caves. She puts herself between you and them, kills one with a scavenge blade. Shoves the blade into your hand, tells you to run. You're too slow, too scared, too frozen. You're standing there watching her fall. Someone drags you into the caves. 30 families, 17 make it. You watch from the cave mouth as raiders loot your settlement, burn what they can't carry. You have a broken knife and rage and the growing understanding that you aren't strong enough. Not strong enough to save them, not fast enough to reach them in time. Just not enough. The raiders are loading water when the sky opens up. 3 warriors in red armor drop from the clouds. They don't slow down, don't hesitate. 30 seconds later, every raider is dead. One warrior approaches the caves, taller than the settlement's water tower, armor covered in blood and sand. He tells you it's safe, voice processed through his helmet, inhuman but not unkind. Blood angels, post-human warriors built to defend humanity. He did in 30 seconds what your parents died trying to do, what you couldn't do at all. He's strong enough to protect everyone, strong enough that nobody dies on his watch. You want that. The blood angels secure the area, call in supplies, medical aid.
The cave vampires
priest in white armor tends to the wounded. He approaches, asks if you're injured. You shake your head. If you lost someone, you nod. He says the blood angels recruit from Baal, that strong young warriors who survive tragedy sometimes find purpose in service. Their fortress monastery holds trials in 3 days. He looks at you carefully, says you have the eyes of someone who'll either do something great or something terrible. Sometimes both. You don't know what that means, but you will soon.
No,
You
Timmy.
bury your parents that
Timmy, do not try to become an aspirant. Do not take the trials, Timmy. They'll put you in a coffin, Timmy. Timmy.
evening. You leave for Arts Angelicum 2 days later. You're going to become strong enough to protect people. Strong enough that you never freeze again. Whatever it takes.
Do not redeem.
The trial starts immediately. 200 aspirants, aged 13 to 17, all from Baal or its moons. A chaplain explains the trials. 3 days in the deep wastes, reaching Angel's Fall. Then arena duels, endurance tests, ritual combats. Only then does the chapter choose who drinks from the grail. For now, survive 3 days. You're given a knife and a compass bearing. That's it. Day 1, you walk. The wasteland doesn't care about your grief. The sun's trying to cook you. The sand's trying to bury you. That's fine. You're angrier than the desert. Day 2, you find a cave system. Someone's already inside. Maybe 16, grinning like this is a summer camp, dragging an unconscious aspirant into the shade. He introduces himself as Dino, says there's room if you want to team up. You ask why he's helping someone who's already unconscious. He shrugs, says he heard blood angels don't leave people behind. Figures he should practice. You don't point out he's not a blood angel yet. The optimism's kind of working for him. You tell him the unconscious kid's probably dead. Dino says probably doesn't mean definitely. You stay because the cave's real and your lips are splitting and that scorpion outside is absolutely not natural. The unconscious aspirant
All Coreds, RuneScape.
dies during the night.
All Cored, RuneScape flashbacks.
Dino buries him
Losing hardcore runs to the scorpions while trying to train magic.
at dawn, says a
Because I don't know how to say spot, sorry.
prayer you don't recognize. You ask where he learned it. He says his mother taught him. She's dead too.
Okay, but the Black Rage is a fucking PR fumble. Like... Another reason to cry, and I'm just starting watching this video.
Suddenly, the optimism makes more sense. Day 3. You wake up to someone new. Cassian. Lean. Watchful. Knife in hand. Dino tries to welcome him. Cassian cuts him off. Tracked 2 aspirants who had water, waited for them to kill each other, then took their supplies. You ask if he helped a survivor. Cassian asks, why'd he do that? Fair point. You ask why he's sharing the cave instead of killing you both in your sleep. He says 3's better than 1 when the mutants come. You didn't know there were mutants. There are definitely mutants. You take position. The 3 of you survive because Cassian noticed. You don't
Jesus.
thank him. He wouldn't know what to do with it anyway. The 3 of you survived the 3 days. 147 others don't. They call it insanguination.
This is the same plot as the Hunter exams.
A sanguinary priest presents the Red Grail, filled with blood that's been mixed with the Primarch, Sanguinius' own blood, and preserved across generations of the chapter.
Ketchup.
He explains what happens next. You'll drink. Gene seed will bond with your body. You'll be sealed in a golden sarcophagus while unconscious. Over the next year, you'll undergo 19 organ implantations. Few survive. He doesn't mention the red thirst. Not yet. Dino drinks first.
Of course not.
Drops immediately. Cassian second. Goes down like someone cut his power. Your turn.
Yep.
The blood tastes like copper and iron and something electric. Something that recognizes you're hungry for power and whispers that it can help. You dream for a year. And what do you dream about? Well, you've just spent 6 months painting in the art hall, so probably how you're going to transport all of it without everything snapping in half. Which is where today's sponsor comes in. Tabletop Stronghold. They're a small
He got
business out
me.
of West Virginia, and their Mad Case 2.0 is basically built for anyone who's ever transported minis, while quietly accepting that at least one piece is probably going to snap. It works as both a display case and a carry case with steel trays and strong magnets that actually keep everything where it's supposed to be. They even include magnets for the bases, which saves a surprising amount of effort. The tray heights are adjustable too, so you can fit anything from standard units to larger models without having to awkwardly rearrange everything like a suitcase that refuses to close. They also offer free shipping to the USA, Canada, UK, Australia, New Zealand, and most of the EU, which makes the logistics part refreshingly painless.
Okay, that's crazy.
And if terrain is more your thing, their competitive terrain set 2.0 supports all 8 current layouts with modular walls and removable windows, so it's basically ready to go out of the box. Right now, they're running their spring sale with discounts up to 35% off. You can find the link in the pinned comment or description. Alright, back to the story. When you wake, everything's different. You're bigger, stronger. You can hear Dino's heartbeat 3 beds over. Smell water running through pipes in the walls. The sanguinary priest is watching you. You ask if everyone feels like this. He says no.
No.
Your integration was aggressive. The gene seed took to you faster than normal, bonded harder. That's either very good or very bad. He tells you to report any unusual symptoms, any hunger that doesn't fade, any urges you can't explain. You nod. You don't mention that your mouth waters when the surf walks past, that you can smell the cut on his hand from across the room. You're too busy feeling powerful to think it's a problem. They assign you to the 10th Company
Goddamn
Scouts.
aspirants.
The 3 of you end up in the same squad.
Scouts Company.
Dino declares you brothers, as surviving trials and transformation together means you're bonded for life. Cassian
Surprised
points
they
out
all
that most of your
survived.
trial mates died in the sarcophagi. Dino says that makes you even more bonded. Cassian doesn't argue. You think he might actually agree. Not full battle brothers yet, that comes after you've earned the Black Carapace, the final implant that turns your body into a living interface for power armor. Right now you're just enhanced teenagers with guns and supervision. 6 months of training follows. Combat drills, tactics, history. Dino drags you both to the art halls between drills. Says it's chapter tradition. Blood angels create beauty to counter the
Gay
violence.
vampires.
You
Gay
think it's stupid
vampires.
until you pick up a brush. The painting quiets something in your head you didn't know was screaming. Dino paints abstract hope. Cassian creates geometric precision, lifeless angles. You paint your parents, strong, alive, together. With your graduation comes a new shiny red power armor and your first combat deployment. Orc raiders hitting an agri world, simple suppression, protect civilians.
They're still in the
eliminate
Scout
Xenos.
Company though, right?
You see Dino excited, Cassian preparing his power sword, and you finally get it. Brothers! Your squad drops into chaos. Dino charges forward with his flamer, takes down 5 orcs before the weapon clicks empty. 3 more corner him. He's good. Kills 1, wounds another. The third raises a power claw. You're moving before thinking. You reach him, put yourself between Dino and the orc. It's bigger than expected. You're losing. Then you smell it. Dino's blood, almost breached at the shoulder joint. Something in your brain lights up like a flare. Your body moves on its own, mouth on the wound. Just a taste. The power hits instantly, everything sharpens, the world goes bright and fast. You turn on the orc and tear it apart with your hands. When clarity returns, Dino's staring at you. You just fed on your brother. He asks if you're okay. You lie. He says you saved him. That was incredible. The power's fading, leaving behind hunger that feels wrong. Deep, growing. You tell yourself it was adrenaline, gene seed glitch. You're lying, but you saved Dino.
They haven't told
That's
him.
what matters.
They've not told him.
The sanguinary priest explains it after the mission.
Oh.
The red thirst is genetic, built into Blood Angel's gene seed, a flaw inherited from Sanguinius that 10,000 years hasn't fixed. There's another flaw too, the black rage. Brothers lose themselves entirely, reliving Sanguinius' death, seeing enemies that aren't there. The thirst usually comes first. For most brothers, it's manageable, a craving satisfied with rituals and rations. For some, it's a scream. The thirst wants blood. Consuming it triggers enhanced strength, speed, aggression. The danger is feeding it. Every time you give in, it gets louder. Fall far enough, the rage follows. Eventually, you're just the thing it uses to feed. He assigns you extra monitoring. Daily rituals, increased rations, you agree to everything. You don't mention the hunger that wakes you at night. That following blood scent is becoming instinct. 3 months later, it happens again.
Oh no. No, Timmy!
You almost didn't stop that time. Almost. Dino pulls you away, grounds you. Cassian watches from 15 meters away. His hand never leaves his bolter. You tell yourself you're in control. The thirst is a tool. Cassian stands in the corner, silent, watching. That night, he corners you, says you're using it, feeding it. It's going to kill someone. Probably you, possibly them. You ask what he wants you to do. Let brothers die? He doesn't answer, neither do you. Cassian doesn't report you. Protocol says he should. You promise yourself you'll be more careful. You save your brothers 3 more times. The thirst gets louder each time. Civilians start appearing in the aftermath. You don't remember killing them. The chaplain calls it acceptable losses. You saved more than you killed. The math works. That's what makes it worse. You know what this is now.
Bro, like, it's
The thing that
because
turned
it doesn't
Blood Angels
matter.
into monsters. You know where it ends. The Death Company, black armor, chains, suicidal charges, until the rage finally kills you. Or execution if you can't even serve that purpose anymore. You'll do it again anyway, because the alternative is watching brothers die. Never again. 6 years since Insanguination. The briefing is routine. Tyranid splinter fleet near an industrial world. Small force, vanguard organisms. Eliminate them before the main fleet arrives. Should be simple. The intel was wrong. The fleet's 3 times reported size. Organized, led by a warrior form coordinating them like pieces on a board. You hit dirt already struggling, haven't fed properly in 2 months, trying to keep your promises. Bad timing for self-improvement. The swarm presses forward. Dionel's flamer clicks empty mid-engagement. 3 Hormigons drag him down. You smell his blood before you see him fall. Suddenly, you're 15 again. You too weak to stop it. Not again. Not again. You're moving, ripping Xenos off him. Dino's on the ground, armor breach, bleeding from a dozen wounds. He's saying something, probably joking. You don't hear it, you hear his heartbeat. Smell his blood. The thirst rises like a tidal wave. You kneel beside him to stop the bleeding. Your hands move on their own. The world goes red.
No, no.
Not the useful red, not the controlled haze.
No.
This is drowning. You're aware of what's happening, can feel yourself doing it. Trying to stop, you can't stop. Dino looks at you, eyes wide, not afraid, understanding like he knows this isn't your fault. Like he forgives you already. That makes it worse. You're screaming inside your head, fighting for control. Your body doesn't listen. When you finally wrench yourself away, it's too late. Dionel's still looking at you, but he's not seeing anymore. You hide in the industrial complex ruins. Time fractures, hours or days. You find blood on your armor you don't remember spilling. Dionel appears sometimes. The black rage starting to take hold alongside the thirst. Visions bleeding through, not just Dianel, you see
That's
golden
much
wings,
blood.
a throne room, betrayal. Your mind can't tell what's memory and what's gene seed anymore. Cassian finds you on day 3. Stands there, bolter aimed at your chest. You barely feel it. The thirst surges. Your body's moving before you can warn him. You're on him in seconds, faster than armor explains, stronger than you should be. He fights back. He's good, but you're better. Thirst enhanced, desperate, lost. You get him down, pin him,
no.
claws at his throat. Cassian's looking at you, but suddenly you don't see Cassian anymore. You see Dianel. Something breaks. Cassian, your last brother, about to die because you wanted to be strong enough. The thirst screams to finish it, but you throw yourself off Cassian. See Tyranids regrouping 30 meters away. The thirst needs violence, needs blood. You give it a target that isn't your brother. You charge, claws and teeth and fury, and the choice to die fighting the right enemy. The Tyranids hurt you. Good. They hurt you more. Better. The thirst screaming, but you're not turning back. Won't turn back. Cassian watches you tear into the Tyranids, away from him, protecting him. He realizes what you're doing, what you chose. The hive mind decides to make a tactical retreat. The Tyranids scatter. You scream. This was supposed to kill you. Cassian runs to you. You try to warn him, but your body attacks him first. He attacks the same spot where the Tyranids hurt you. The hunger finally stops. You always thought that Cassian was better with the power sword than the bolter. You regret not telling him that before, but you know he knew. He then returns to Arx Angelicum alone. The priest says he did what was necessary. Somewhere in the monastery, new aspirants drink from the Red Grail, making promises, seeking strength. The thirst waits for them too. It always does.
Damn. That's what I was gonna say. They tell him, oh, you probably fall to this, the red thirst and then the black rage. But that's expected. That's not... It's within parameters. It's acceptable. Just kill enough enemies in the meantime before that happens and you're good. You're collateral. Scream that as f***, bro. Look at me right now. You are getting very sleepy. You want to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You want to follow on Twitch. You want to follow on Twitter. You want to join the Discord.